Take a bag of holding, make it a much smaller, easier to use package, and then beef up the capacity, and you have the portable hole. Welcome back, fellow Game Masters. I'm Richard Quiner, and it is the Sunday Stash. So welcome back. Today we're talking about the granddaddy of the bag of holding, we'll say. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. The granddaddy of the bag of holding, the portable hole. Now, if you remember from my bag of holding video, I do mention briefly that a bag of holding mixed with a portable hole will create a dimensional rift to the astral plane that will suck in anything around it. So you know right away that the magic of the portable hole and the bag of holding are the same. It's a similar type of magic, creating a dimensional rift or dimensional pocket that you can use. Now, let's get into the technical rules and details of this portable hole. The portable hole itself as an item is basically a sheet of silk. It's described as a silky sheet about 6 feet in diameter that is a circular thing, and you can fold it up to about the size of a handkerchief. So it's a pretty small object once it's packed away. Unfold it and place it on a solid object, and it opens up a hole that is 6 feet wide by 10 feet deep. That's about 282 square feet of extra dimensional space. An important thing to note, and the only reason I'm mentioning this is because I've heard it kind of come up in conversation about uses of the portable hole. This is not a passageway. This is a hole into another dimension. It is not a hole through an object into the other side of an object. This is just basically a pit, or you can put it on a wall and have it just be a hole in the wall. You have some options here, but using the portable hole to go through a wall or through a door is not one of these options according to the rules as written in the book. But again, as every rule in these tabletop role-playing games, it's up to your dungeon master or game master what they want to do. The silky 6-foot cloth can be picked up, folded away, and anything that was in the hole before doing that will stay in that hole. So it makes a really good storage compartment. It's a lot of space in here. And one more thing that makes it even better than the bag of holding, where the bag of holding weighs about 15 pounds, this thing is about as light as a feather. So in the book, it's described as nearly weightless. But anything you put in there also is nearly weightless. So you could put in a lot of gold, a lot of objects that you want to have available to you, kind of your big stash of supplies, fold up your portable hole and carry it with you in your pocket. In terms of rules and using it in combat situations, it takes one action to unfold and one action to fold up the portable hole. So keep that in mind if you have to use it in combat, which you could. That is the timing it will take. Any creature or any living, breathing thing that goes inside this portable hole will only have about 10 minutes before they start suffocating. Interesting thing about that, it has over 3 times the space of a bag of holding in terms of area and volume inside this portable hole, but it still only allows for about 10 minutes. So maybe my thinking is that 10 minutes is not necessarily a amount of captured air in the space, but more of a magical, extra-dimensional thing that limits the amount of breathing someone can do in the astral plane. And of course, as I mentioned in the bag of holding video, if you combine a bag of holding and a portable hole, you will create a rift into the astral plane that will suck in any creatures within a 10-foot radius and send them in there, and then the portal will close and they'll be trapped. So this is where you could probably actually use this in combat, lay it out, take an action, lay it out there, get a creature to stand near it, toss in a bag of holding, boom, you have a rift to the astral plane and they can go in. And you're more likely to throw a bag of holding into a 6-foot hole than you are to throw a 6-foot hole into a bag of holding. Just saying. This portable hole has a couple notable differences that I saw that I think is really handy, which again makes it an upgrade from the bag of holding. First off, there's no mention of puncturing or damaging this portable hole, and I think that's just because it's a hole. It's not a pouch. It's not an object that holds everything inside it, but it's kind of like if you went out in your backyard and you dug a hole, you load stuff in there. If you puncture it, you're not going to damage it. You're just going to, kind of dent into the surrounding dirt that you're in. So it doesn't mention anything about the portable hole getting damaged and exploding or sending things out into the ether. It also doesn't mention anything about the weight limit of the portable hole. It doesn't say anything. So theoretically, you could put tons and tons, literal tons of objects inside this portable hole and keep them there safely and carry it on your person as a silk cloth. Another big difference that is written in the rules is a person or creature can actually escape from this portable hole, which now has me thinking of why is that the case for the portable hole and not the bag of holding, but I will try to talk about that on another video after I theorize a little bit more. But A creature just has to make a strength check, and then they can get out of the bag of holding. I'm not going to tell you the DC or the difficulty challenge that's listed in the book. You can look that up yourself. But it does say a creature can do a strength challenge, break out of this portable hole, and appear 5 feet from whoever or whatever is carrying the portable hole. So that could be used in some situations as well. I mentioned previously in the bag of holding, you could use it to smuggle someone into a place where they don't belong. You can do that even easier with a portable hole if you throw people or a person into the portable hole. Use sleight of hand to put the portable hole onto someone who is going somewhere, and if no one is allowed in that area, you can, do sleight of hand, put it in their pocket, something like that, and then inside the area, that person can do a strength check to get out, and voila, they're inside the area. It's like a Trojan horse in a cloth. The downside of this, of course, there is the risk that the player fails the strength checks. There's also the risk that they just don't know where they are, or the NPC that might be carrying them won't know where they're going, and they might not go where the players thought they would be going. There's some risk involved, but it's an idea if you want to think outside the box a little bit. All in all, it sounds to me that the portable hole is the pinnacle of extra-dimensional storage compartments, and something that every adventure party should strive to get at some point in their adventure. Will it make them overpowered? Probably. Imagine having that much storage space that you can just carry around at will. You wouldn't really need any other storage problems, and you wouldn't have to worry about encumbrance if your game is using the encumbrance rules. It becomes pretty powerful. So this is a really rad item, and I wouldn't mind seeing it in a game. And I said this last week, my birthday's coming up, Dungeon Master. You have a history of giving magic items, and it's my birthday soon, so this is also an option. Just saying. Anyways, after rambling so much about extra-dimensional pockets, this is probably the last one. I'm going to skip the rucksack or the haversack, whatever the sack is. There is another magic item that's similar. We're going to skip all that. But I hope this helped explain and helped you understand the portable hole and its uses in the game of Dungeons & Dragons. If it has, leave a like on this video. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. If you're on Facebook, like the page. I'm doing videos like this every single day about Dungeons & Dragons role-playing games. Soon we will be getting into the Pathfinder or Starfinder. Soon we'll be touching on another game system, I promise. Anyways, I've been Richard Quiner. Thank you for watching.